Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Halfcasters, episode 11.
Wow.
We're making our way through the double digits. We are preteens now. We're also level 5. So congrats, everyone. Yay.
Oh my
So far,
goodness.
Banabin has not died. That is continuing to be a surprise.
You better
for me.
knock on some wood right now.
I am 100%. Every time I think that I knock on wood, I come into every session going, I guess today's the day that Banabin dies.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. Oh, we didn't die today. Okay. Next session. Today's the day.
Oh, no.
Sweet. Shall we do a recap?
Yeah.
Let's see what happened
Hit 'em
last
with it.
time. So, last time, the Dangerous Daggers invaded the hideout of Sibo, the mysterious ghostwriter who's been secretly writing many of the beloved fan fictions produced in the city, including those written by Kira's former lovers, XX Dark Angels.
Whoa.
XX. I missed some underscores, but we're going to move on.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not going to give them too much credit. They're little shitheads. So, after defeating 3 clockwork soldiers guarding the entrance, the team confronted Sibo.
I want to put confronted in big quotations.
Yeah.
Confronted him.
Confronted. So they confronted Sibo, his 2 hired thugs, and his large clockwork defender. A battle for the ages commenced, during which Kira borrowed some of the life force of everyone in the room to create a shadowy shield. Banabin convinced the 2 mercenaries to just leave with a bag of cookies, and Sibo went invisible and ran away, ... again.
After stepping on basically thumbtacks.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Ow, ow, ow. As he went through the door. The Double Ds then went about ransacking the room for loot, among which they found 200 gold pieces, a magic lightning javelin, a protector's armament called the Amulet of Storms, and a guitar signed by the lead guitarist of Escape the Fae. And that's where we are now, basically. You guys are heading back out after that. We'll say that you guys make it safely back out onto the street. And yeah, you have all your items and had a very eventful morning. It's now only about noon. What's going on? I'm kind of turning it over to you guys to decide what to do next.
Let's go back to the apartment
Yeah.
to put all of the stuff away.
And just get a little organized.
A housekeeping episode.
Yeah. A little bit of housekeeping before our trip.
Perfect. Yes, so you guys head on back, not too far away of a walk. Make it back to Potions and Lotions, coming through the front door. There's a few customers inside. Kespa's taking care of them. Harry is down there as well, near the back, like going through all the books to kind of catch up with what's going on in the shop. They greet you guys as you head upstairs.
I motioned to Harry to follow us upstairs.
Harry's like, yes. And then he finishes writing the sentence he was doing, and he follows you upstairs and joins you guys. Yeah, so you got Harry up there. The 3 of you guys, I'm assuming you kind of dump out what you found on a table to kind of organize it.
And I kind of
Just
point,
out of the bag of holding.
I also say we also got that necklace that Kira doesn't want to take off.
Oh,
Kira starts growling.
whoa, okay, I won't touch it.
She's doing that cat yowl thing.
Well, you of course checked and identified it before she put it on just to make sure it wasn't cursed or anything, right?
As best as I could. So I remember, and I kind of go through what I remember historically, because Harry was also there while we were deciphering out the tomes.
Yeah.
Hasn't been attuned yet.
Okay. Good.
So I obviously, what happened with the last one is when she put the bracelet on, she just kind of fell out into the floor.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't fallen out into the floor yet. So,
Nice. Okay.
so far so good.
So far, so good.
And I think, and I show him the javelin thing, and then I accidentally press a button on it.
And shing, it
Shing.
opens up to its full size, its full spear size.
Pokes the wall.
I think this
Bugs
is.
a hole in the wall.
I think this is also part of it, maybe.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I didn't read anything about this in my books, but we can take a look. And yeah, I think the 2 of you guys start looking at these things.
Yeah.
Probably have to convince Kira to
Sit next to us so
sit
we can
down
look at
so you
it.
could look at it without her taking it off. But yeah, we'll just say that you guys take the full time to ritual cast your spell Identify, which will let you find out exactly what these things are. That also means you don't have to spend a spell slot if you ritual cast it. It just takes a little bit longer.
Champ, yeah.
So we've got that javelin. It's called the Javelin of Lightning. This is just an uncommon magic item. This is something that you could find out and about in the world as something that is created in the city. It's a magic weapon. Basically, it's got a whole bunch of mechanics with it, but just to summarize, when you speak its command word and throw it, it turns into a bolt of lightning that shoots across the room up to 120 feet in a 5-foot wide line. And every creature in that line out to 120 feet takes lightning damage from it. If you're throwing it at a target, it will stop at that target and stab into them, and they'll take the javelin damage as well as that lightning damage. And then essentially then you have to go retrieve the javelin again, but it's a great way to hit a whole bunch of targets in a line with some lightning damage.
That's spicy.
That is spicy. Banavin does not have proficiency with magic weapons. So she's
it
gonna
would be a proficiency with javelins specifically that you're looking for.
Okay, my weapons are firearms, martial weapons, and simple weapons.
Which is literally everything. So you're
just
good. You're
kidding.
good. Yes. So you grabbed the battlesmith subclass, which part of the great thing about a battlesmith is that you can use weapons and lots of different types of armor and all that sort of stuff like anyone else. So you are good to go. If you want to use this javelin, you can totally grab it.
I'm going to first offer it to Maeve and Kira to see if maybe either of them possibly want it, but if not, then Bannerman will totally be taking it.
Go
and
for it,
everybody watch out.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Go for it.
Cool.
I don't need it.
So
it matches your personality, I feel like.
Sparky.
So
Sparky and fast.
exactly. Great. So you can go ahead and add that to your inventory, and then if you equip it, it should add it to like your attacks and everything.
Yes.
And then also something we noticed about your abilities earlier is that if you make an attack with a magic weapon, you can, instead of having to use your dexterity or your strength modifiers for the weapon attack, you can actually use your intelligence. So this is a magic weapon. So in this case, you actually would add your intelligence modifier to like the attack rolls and then the damage rolls associated with it when you hit with it. So Javelin of Lightning. The other thing that we had was that Amulet of Storms. So I'll tell you exactly what that does as I pull it up. Again, it's this like simple circular necklace made of iron, and it displays this lightning bolt with inlaid bronze is how it's viewed. So while you're attuned to the amulet, you can cast the spell Shocking Grasp at will, which is a cantrip. It's you make an attack roll on someone in melee range, so you have to touch them. It does lightning damage to them, and then they can't take reactions until the start of their next turn if it successfully hit them. So it's a good way to shock somebody and then run away. And you actually remember that that's the spell that Sibo used against Kira when you guys were at Mamacita's restaurant after you kissed him.
Wow.
So
He tased you.
Full circle.
yeah. So it seemed as if he was attuned to this this necklace at the time that you were doing that.
Kira puts her fur behind her ear like, oh, he was attuned. Oh.
I'm going to attune to the necklace that he was attuned to.
Do we know if, from what the Identify spell has shown, do we know if it is a cursed item?
It is. So the Identify spell actually doesn't tell you if something is cursed. You actually can't detect that with that sort of magic. It's got to be some like super high magic to detect it.
Gotcha.
Specifically because people who make cursed items make it with the intention of hiding the fact that it's cursed.
It's totally not cursed.
Exactly. So at the moment, you really don't have a way to know until it's attuned to, unfortunately. However, from the reading that you guys did earlier, it seemed like the Protector's armaments weren't made with the intention of being cursed. except for the one specific one that Kira found, the bracer.
And immediately put on.
Which ended up getting cursed because the magic that they used was by trapping a devil into it.
Gotcha.
So it got cursed because it had an evil thing attached to it. But the amulet should be safe from everything you've seen. You can't be 100% sure, but none of the journals and stuff. Now, there was one other ability with the Amulet of Storms that I wanted to mention, which is the amulet has 3 charges attached to it. While you're attuned to the amulet, you can expend one of the charges to cast the spell Thunder Wave, which is basically just like everything within 5 feet of you gets hit by a like thunderous blast of energy, which pushes enemies away and does thunder damage to them. You can increase the spell's level for each additional charge expended, which means that it does extra damage if you do additional charges. So you can cast Thunder Wave 3 times at first level, or you can use 3 charges to cast it once at third level, or 2 charges for second level, et cetera, et cetera. So you have kind of a way to expend that higher or lower. So
Do we have a way to recharge the charges?
yes, it just regains all of its expended charges. It says daily at dawn. So that means that basically once a day, you can use the 3 charges throughout the day, and then you know that it'll recharge in the next day.
I tell Kira this information Bannerman does just to be like, I mean, I'm not sure if this is something you want or no, but
I kind of view like Kira sitting on the ground, and Kira kind of like what's it called, goes on her knees and like runs to you like, please tell me how to attune, please, with like the biggest cat eyes that you've seen, like Puss in Boots. Please tell me how to attune, Banabin, please.
well, I mean, I personally don't really see any issue. I just can't guarantee that you're not going to get cursed from it.
I'm already cursed. I'm living.
Okay.
Maeve literally laughs out loud from the couch. Just a hearty giggle from that.
So basically what you're just going to have to do is you're just going to have to like really like focus on like trying to attune to it and really trying to get to understand it. It's not like it's not attuned to you just because you put it on. Like you kind of have to like look into it and make sure that it's like you're really, really thinking hard.
How does one look into something that is not oneself?
I mean, I've told you about it, so you just kind of have to like focus on it and focus on what I've told you it can do and focus on envisioning yourself being able to do that.
Envision myself doing something. Envision. Okay, I can do that. Kira immediately closes her eyes and thinks really hard about how cool she'll look causing thunder waves around enemies.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Squinting her eyes so tight, concentration on her face.
This is probably going to take like a bit. So
Like
you're
10 minutes, maybe?
about like at least like an hour or so.
An hour? Oh my gosh. She starts again.
Perfect. So you take the time.
Crisscross applesauce on the floor.
Yeah, crisscross applesauce, thinking about myself for an hour.
Perfect. Sounds good. So you go inward. You're considering yourself. You block out all other sounds in the room, and you take your time. Eventually, you start feeling like tingles on the tips of your fingers, and sort of this new energy kind of coursing through you as this amulet takes effect. Those of you watching don't really notice too much change until near the end of it. You see the amulet starts glowing blue and kind of crackling with like little blasts of lightning at the edges before you finally finish attuning, and it dims back down to its standard shape, and you now have attuned to the Amulet of Storms.
Which is so fitting. I love that. Like, me as Storm, I'm like, hee hee.
Bannerman kind of goes over and like pats Kira on the head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like, good job.
Thank you.
Nice. So yeah, you have this amulet now. Works well at the moment. You
Does
don't
it match my outfit?
It's iron. Like
Can I roll
a
for
dark
it?
iron. I mean, you could make it match your.
We are
armor.
at the apartment. So
Yeah,
you
but
can
I've
go
already
get it
described what it looks
changed.
like. It's
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 iron
like
and bronze.
iron with like a bronze inlay.
I'm gonna pick up Doge 2.0 and we're gonna go to Bandabin's workshop and go, start banging on some things and start painting and doing techie things to make
Perfect.
it look cute and fun.
Sounds good. So as a magic item, you know that it's really difficult to like change anything about it like as it is. Like the whole thing with magic, like a magic sword can like be underground in a damp cave for decades and hundreds of years and never
it'll
rust, and it'll look exactly the same
the
because
same.
it just exists. But if you want to like
Spray
add
paint
things
it.
to it, you can spray paint the outside. You can add things to the chain that it's attached to that sits around your neck as a necklace. You can do whatever you want. You want to add some charms to it?
Oh my gosh, yes. Some glitter,
Yep.
some charms.
Perfect. Sounds good. So you make it your own. You dress it up. I love it. Great. Anything else you guys want to do here as you're looking through your loot? You also had that 200 gold pieces. I don't know if you guys split that up or anything.
I don't believe that we did.
Do we want to just kind of like, have we found any sort of like safe or anything in the house, in the apartment?
Oh, I mean, you guys could definitely just have one if you want to.
Like a secret safe? Because I was thinking put like the guitar in there
Oh, sure.
and then put the gold in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love that idea. Yeah, we can say that you guys have like a safe that's like off in the side of a closet that you guys can keep safe things in.
Yeah.
I can't say things. How do I figure out how much money I have? Sorry.
Go
edit
to your
this out.
inventory.
Inventory. Oh, okay, I see it. I got money.
Yes, you guys have a lot of money that you haven't fully spent yet, which is nice. So if you want to like start setting up like a like any items that you don't want to carry with you all the time, this apartment is like your home base. So you can add things, keep things here in your room. You can add it to the safe if it's something you want for safekeeping. However you kind of want to decide on that. But the 200, so you could start setting up like a nest egg where it's just like money that you keep back at the apartment if you want to.
Rent money.
Yeah, I was thinking that 200 gold could be like prep for like a rainy day rent money.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And then also have the guitar in there because inevitably when something happens at the apartment,
Yeah.
Inevitably.
Harry says, and I can start adding like the profit from the store to your safe if you'd like.
Yeah, that
and then
sounds
you can just
great,
start-
Harry. Thank you
Anytime
so
you come
much.
back, you can just check on your funds. So I'll keep that in there for you.
Sounds so good.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense for any like amount of money or gold that we get that doesn't divide evenly into 3.
Yeah.
It's like it's a pain to divide it into 3. Let's just put in the safe. Now it's rent money.
And then anyone who's like, I'm 50 gold short of getting this
Yeah, go
item.
get it from the safe.
Yeah, just get it from the safe. Cool. So who's going to be in charge of keeping track of that? What's in the safe?
I can.
Perfect. Okay.
One
So
sec.
far you got 200 gold. Sounds
And a
like you-
guitar.
and the guitar. Great. So anything else that you guys would like to do to kind of wrap up? It sounds like you want to leave like you'll probably want to leave essentially first thing in the morning, the next morning to travel. So it's kind of like you have the rest of this day to wrap up. If you have things you want to pack and get ready to bring with you, you can do that. The other thing you'll probably want to take care of today would be deciding how you want to travel. Are you going by foot? Are you getting horses? Are you how basically do you want to do long travel going forward? Because it's our first time kind of looking into that.
What's the time difference between on foot and horses?
So to Springview, it's about 3 days by foot. By horse, it's about 2 days. So you can cut off a day of travel just by sitting on the back of a horse that will just go straight there without needing to rest too often.
What about a car?
You could definitely look into a car. Actually, let me go back in my notes real quick because I had set up prices
I was gonna say I know you looked it up.
for that. So give me one moment.
Good guy, Harry.
What a cool little guy. Just a cool dude.
He's a cool dude.
In my head, every time I hear the word Harry, I just think of Harry Styles. So in my head, he looks like Harry Styles.
That's funny.
He's
I've been
short.
playing a lot of Baldur's Gate, and so I'm just picturing the dwarves, how they look in Baldur's Gate, where they're just short and wide, and then putting Harry Styles' face on one of them is so funny.
I'm also, because Harry is also one of the, he's kind of nerdy.
Yeah, he's a geek.
He has the, he's short like the gnomes in Baldur's Gate, has the face of Harry Styles, but also like the, like really, like comically large glasses.
Yep. I like it. I could picture him with glasses. I think that's canon now. Harry wears glasses, Darren. Write it down.
Perfect. Done. Written. Cool. So vehicles. Just so you guys know, with like cars, and there's also like motorcycles and stuff like that in this world. For those like long distance road travels, because it's a fairly new invention, the roads are still like basically just like dirt roads that horses travel on. So you're going to travel at about the same speed as like a horse, because you don't want to like, you're not going to be able to like gun it like 60 miles per hour on a dirt road in a forest. But it is totally a usable thing. And then when you're in like a city that's more set up for it, you can use it to get around the city quite quickly. So a standard automobile, you're looking at about 700 gold pieces for like a stock model sort of thing. Motorcycles, you're looking at about 500 gold a piece, and that would hold one of you on each essentially.
Damn.
If you want to go fancier, of course, you can always increase the cost on any of those if you want to, get it in a specific color, or you want to get special rims on it or a spoiler, that sort of thing. And then if you go the route of like just doing horses, if you want to be cheap about it, you can get like there's three types of horses really. There's like your cheapest is like a draft horse. That's going to be 50 gold pieces to get a draft horse, much cheaper. Their normal speed, so if you end up using it, like if we start using it in like combat or anything like that, their speed is 40 feet.
Okay.
But they can carry a lot of weight. They can carry up to 540 pounds. And that includes like dragging a wagon behind them or something like that. A riding horse is your next step up. That's about 75 gold. They carry a little bit less. They do 480 pounds, but they move faster. They have 60 feet of speed. That won't really equate in regular travel speed, but again, like in like combat or a chase, if you're trying to run from something, they're going to be a lot faster for you. And then the most expensive one is a war horse. Those are like the really nice ones, which are like 400 gold pieces.
Jesus, a car.
Same speed, 60 feet as a riding horse, but their stats are a lot better for using in the midst of combat, and they have like a special attack that they can do and stuff like that. So it's like a war horse is good for like specifically, I want to in combat use my horse all the time. So that would be something to think about in the future. But what are you guys kind of thinking?
What is Doge 2.0's riding speed?
What is Doge 2.0 speed?
Doge's speed is 40 feet.
Okay. I mean, that is like a horse right there.
Yeah.
So you could ride.
I was like, I'm just
Doge.
going to ride Doge because I've got Doge.
I mean, my thought was to get 2 of the draft horses and a wagon, and then we could all just ride in the back of it. And it's functionally like a car, but way cheaper, you know?
Would the wagon... Oh, hold on. Would the wagon cost extra?
Yes, but relatively cheap for the money you have. 35 gold for a wagon. So if you did 2 draft horses and a wagon, you're looking at 135 gold.
And is this
Easy money.
only for... Is this for us to have?
Yeah,
Forever.
It's to purchase and buy, and then you just now
To
have
Go on
2
adventures.
horses. You can name them. You got a wagon that you can ride in. Also, that's fantastic to have just a wagon, because you can also store things in it. So like if you get some loot that's just like too big to like carry on a person,
Too big to put in our bag of holding.
exactly.
Mom gives us so many cookies, she fills up the bag of holding.
Exactly. Then a wagon is perfect for carrying that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think that sounds good. Let's do some math. Do we want to just
Split it evenly between the three, yeah.
Or you could use the 200 from the nest egg towards it.
Well, it divides perfectly into 3 for
Oh, nice.
45 each.
Yeah.
45 gold pieces each.
That works.
That works out nicely.
And then we own a wagon and 2 horses.
Perfect.
Tee.
Cool. So yeah, 45 each. You got a wagon, 2 horses. Yeah, you just head to the one of the shops near the gate that you'll be leaving at. They have just like a horse breeder out there who also sells wagons, which is very nice of him.
Yay.
How
yeah.
convenient.
How convenient.
He's a car dealer.
So
Just
Slaps the back of the horse. This horse could fit.
just the shitty little shisty guy. I like it. I like the idea.
Perfect. And their names when you get them are one of them is named Owen and the other one is named Wilson. So you can, but just like when you're adopting a pet or anything, you can always change the name if you would like to. But that's the name that's already
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
perfect. So you got Owen and Wilson. You got your wagon, and and you're all set. As far as like there's some like small fees that end up being involved with like storing that sort of thing. I'm not going to worry about that. We can just assume that you guys are able to have a stable in town that you can go with, and that'll just come out of your potions and lotions funds.
Easy.
It's like behind potions and lotions is what I kind of imagine.
Perfect.
It's like near around there.
Yeah.
Around the block at the farthest.
Exactly. Love it. Yep. And then you just get Harry in touch with them, and then Harry will take care of keeping the fees going for that.
Business boy.
We
Harry
love
Ashhelm.
a business boy.
Thank you so much,
So-
Harry. Love you. Smooches.
Great. So you guys have your last evening here in town. What do you guys do for dinner on your last night here?
Ooh.
Do we have leftovers of your mom's spaghetti?
I'm sure there's so much left over. Like,
Yeah, that-
Mom made
that you'll
enough
probably
for the
also bring.
entire town to come over, and only half the town came over. So we've got half a town's worth.
Nice. Probably something good to bring with you on the journey
Yeah,
as well.
just Mom's spaghetti in a little Tupperware.
Everyone has a Ziploc bag of spaghetti.
Not a Ziploc bag. Ugh.
It's like trail mix, but it's spaghetti.
Awful.
Anyway.
But yeah, I'd say we clear out the fridge and have a leftover feast this evening. Because who knows how long we're going to be gone. What if our fridge goes bad? So yeah, easy.
What do you think, Storm?
Food. Yeah, that sounds good.
Nice.
Kira is mostly anticipating leaving, so she's like, "Is it time to go yet? Is it time to go yet? Is it time to go yet?" All night.
Yeah. I think Maeve is also like kind of anxiously excited to get out of the city because she's never left the city before.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Tee.
Oh my goodness.
So
Born and
she's-
raised, baby.
She's ready for it, baby. She's growing up. She grew up so fast.
She's spreading her roots.
Cool. All right. Well, if we're all good, you guys will spend the night, wake up bright and early as the sun is rising, grab grab Owen and Wilson. I almost did Clive Owen. Owen and Wilson. And you hook up your wagon, add all your luggage, and head on out. Great. Head on out.
Bye, city.
Head on out through the large gates out front. Start traveling out. Looking behind you, it's like a sight to see. Kira came from a different town, so this is
Maeve's first
Maeve's
time.
first time, probably even going outside the gates. And looking back behind you, it's like a sight to see. Like these, the walls that surround the city are massive. Think like Attack on Titan, tall,
Big wall.
big walls. There's these massive glyphs carved on the side of each, which faintly glow with this faint blue magical glow. which these are, of course, are the wards that are put up to keep monsters out. Anything extraplanar can't get past these wards. And you guys head on out. So, travel wise, you guys know that it's about going to be about 2 days. There is halfway between Springview and the city. There's an inn called the Idle Tortoise.
Cute.
And so you guys know that that's basically going to be your stop in between. This journey that you're making is made pretty often by people. Like Kespa had said, by the way, just a reminder that Kespa had also sent you on a little mission to go find
Her delivery boy.
Alton Toskabel.
What? How do you say that?
Alton.
Alton?
Yeah, Alton.
Toskabel.
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 Yep. You know that he's a halfling. He was coming up from Springview with some like herbs and stuff for potion making, but it's been a few days past his delivery day, and Kespa was worried about him because he's never late. So back to the Idle Tortoise. So basically, this trip is made often. Banabin, you would have stopped at the Idle Tortoise likely on your way up to Lefkey. So you're familiar with that place as well. You can kind of tell the group, this is where we're going to be stopping.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good idea for us to stop there.
It's either the choices are either you stop there or you're going to camp out in the woods, which they often suggest not to do.
I'm not a
Yes.
camper.
She's a city girl.
Maeve doesn't camp. She is camp. Slay.
But yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. Is we go to the Idle
Tortoise.
Tortoise.
I like turtle better. Idle turtle.
Well, I was going tortoise on the hair sort of thing, but
Aw,
Aw.
cute.
Yes, Idle Tortoise. And stop there for the night.
great. So most of the days, so first of all, you're traveling along. It's overcast as you're traveling, so a nice bit of shade. There's like a threat of rain, but no drops have dropped yet. Just your standard overcast day. The most of your day's travel sees you passing through a bunch of hilled plains of grass and then a bunch of scattered trees. The density of the trees increases and decreases as you travel. So sometimes you're traveling through like an open plain with like a few trees dotting the landscape, but then you might travel through a more forested area for a moment before exiting out again.
Banabin stops. Banabin's looking around and then remembers, oh yeah, this is Maeve's first time out from the city. So she kind of like looks over to Maeve to see kind of.
Maeve's really overwhelmed. Because like when I say that Maeve is a city girl, I mean it. Like she doesn't even go to the park. So like this is a lot of nature. And her eyes are like scanning everywhere because it's very different than what she's used to.
Yeah.
So in theory, perception check.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's better than I thought. 19.
19.
I
Cool.
thought it was a 13, but
Were you looking for anything in particular or?
no, she's mostly just like trying to get her lay of the land, I guess.
Sure.
Because the way that I think about it is like Maeve knows everything about like the entire city of Lefkey, right? Like she knows Lefkey like the back of her hand, and can get to anywhere from anywhere. Like she can give directions to the other side of town, being like, okay, you're gonna make a left on Clinton and you're gonna go up. Like that's so she's kind of trying to get like her lay of the nature as if like, okay, what if one of the horses dies and we have to walk back? I need to make sure I know my way back, you know?
I like it. Yeah, it's the equivalent of like walking into a new building and like looking for the exits and knowing.
So
coming
she's
up with a
doing
plan.
that, but
But with
outside.
nature. I really liked your phrasing of her being overwhelmed. because she's like grown up in a city which would normally overwhelm
Everyone else.
everyone else. And she's
If
like,
you're a bumpkin, the city makes you stressed.
yeah,
But
the
Maeve is like a classic New York City girly.
quiet, I think, is what she
stressful.
focuses on the most here, is that there's no like, you don't hear any like cars going by, you don't hear the the street vendors calling out, the just general hum of noise from just living in a city is something that you've
makes
kind of
her
always
uneasy.
heard. Yeah, exactly. So now you're out in nature where you hear just like birds on occasion. You'll hear the wind through like branches, and then just the clacking of or not even the clacking, the thudding of the horse hooves on dirt, and the wagon wheels. And it's like you're now not, the only thing that you can really hear is basically your own thoughts and then the little bit of nature around you. So so that would be a little overwhelming to someone who's used to noise all the time. But yeah, so you're getting this lay of the land. You do a pretty good job of it. The thing that keeps worrying you is every time you get into like a denser foresty area, because your eyes start darting around and you're like, there could be anything in those trees. When you come from a place with like
She gets super
streets
paranoid.
and buildings,
Yeah.
it's like I can see everything around me. But with trees everywhere, you don't know. So we're gonna cut ahead. You guys have been traveling for several hours. Is there anything that anyone does specifically during this time that they want to describe? Any conversations that anyone was looking to having?
Honestly, Vanabin's just trying to find out how's Maeve liking it? What's she thinking? It's her first time.
And honestly, I feel like Maeve is so hyper focused on like her new surroundings that this is probably the first time that she's not like insightful about other people's feelings. You know what I mean? Like normally Maeve is very people aware, where it's like, oh, she can tell Banabin's staring at her and wanting her to talk about what she's thinking. But right now she's not even, she's got her blinders on to everybody around her and she's just like staring into the woods paranoidly. So yeah, you gotta initiate a conversation with my person face blind stun locked child.
Bannerman, can you actually make an insight check for me?
Yes. I'm gonna give my dice a chance before I go to the other ones.
You got this.
You always got to try.
I always have to try. I'm not using the black ones right now. My all dark obsidian ones. I'm using my ones that Des made. 18.
Wow.
I actually made a good roll.
I load my dice. The dice are loaded.
So you do pick up on this sort of unease from Maeve. You're kind of doing the opposite journey that Maeve is on, because you're used to like kind of the wild, and you've been living on like this farm in Springview for the last bunch of years as well. So you're just kind of used to this sort of stuff, and it's the fresh air is something that hits you immediately after living in the city for a little while. You're just like, oh, finally, I feel so refreshed. This is so nice. And then you look over at Maeve, who is like hunched shoulders, like stressed out,
Extremely anxious and ready to throw up.
Exactly. Who's driving, by the way?
Not Maeve. Maeve doesn't know anything about horses.
Oh,
Has
that's
probably only
Kira?
seen a horse
Yeah.
twice.
Cool. Kira, you're
Just to get away from everyone, I just need my own space.
perfect. So I imagine that you're up front, you're sitting with the horses, you're holding the reins. Banabin and Maeve, you're in the back, kind of watching the scenery pass by, and then Banabin.
Doge has somehow like sat down next to Kira.
Love it.
Just somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, Kira, you're in the driver's seat, and then in shotgun next to you, you've got Doge just sitting on his back with his paws like up in front of him.
And I imagine like I like take like a scoot away, like, oh, this dog, and then he like scoots closer.
Yeah. But it's
I
like
scoot away
not a
and he's-
scoot, it's a hover. Like a
Well, the way I kind of view it is Doge's legs don't move.
yeah.
So he is not like sitting. It's literally like if you had like a stuffed animal as a kid and you wanted them to sit up. It was literally you sit them on like their back and all four legs are just straight out. So when Kira moves, it's literally Dosh just sort of like flops until flops over until he hits Kira again.
I love it.
Perfect. Cool. Great. So you guys keep traveling on. Banabin, you're noticing this sort of reaction. Maeve, we've now reached this part in the or you guys are approaching like this forested area. You've just passed by a sign that has a tortoise logo, and then underneath it says the idle tortoise 3 miles. So you know that you're only like an hour away at this point as you're getting into this more foresty area. And Maeve, you're now getting a little bit more anxious.
But also slightly less anxious because she knows that there's going to be people there.
Yes.
It's like, finally. Some sounds.
Perfect.
Other than
I just mean that you get
birds.
You get more
chirping.
anxious. Exactly. You get a little bit more anxious by the dense forest instead, where it's like, oh, all of a sudden you can't see your surroundings as well.
100%.
So actually, because of that, go ahead and make me another perception check if you don't mind.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Very nice.
I got new dice on Facebook Marketplace, and they're rolling so well. Wow.
Perfect. So you start to pick up on a lack of or a quieting down of bird noises as you guys are traveling through these dense woods.
Maeve immediately is like, oh my god, all the birds are dead. All the birds are dead. Guys. Just like anxiously breathing.
You all right, Maeve?
Listen. Ears up.
Banabin's ears just go whoop, flop up. You're listening to, and you would kind of pick up on that same sort of thing, where it's just this sudden like slight unease to the forest.
There's probably a predator or something nearby. That's usually what happens when there's someone here that the birds don't like.
Maeve is going to get out of the wagon and walk behind it. Because the last thing, like, she's on high alert right now. She's super paranoid and anxious. So she's like, the last thing I want is to like be trapped with these horses if we get attacked, because they're going to run off and we're not going to know where we are. And I've been studying how to get back to my house from where we left, and I will just make a break for it.
Perfect. Sounds good. Cool. So you guys continue on, now kind of more alert to what's to possible happenings.
Maeve's little legs just shuffling behind.
Perfect. Yes, Maeve is out and in ready position. And
Shield up.
Shield up. Is anyone else doing anything particular with this knowledge of like it is a little bit of so depending on your own character, you could either take this as paranoia from Maeve. She has been kind of acting up a little bit, like just being nervous for a while. So you could decide that it's just paranoia, or you could decide to kind of take an interest in what's happening.
I think Bannerman's going to take an interest just based off of her like background and growing up. She has a deep understanding for she's a pretty deep understanding for how like animals react, predators and prey react, especially with her growing up in the Feywild. So she kind of has an understanding as to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
She's not too concerned yet because there haven't been any birds that have flown off.
Yeah, you're like keeping an eye out for that sort of thing, like
Yeah.
more movement rather than just a general unease.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because general unease could just mean that the birds don't like that.
Could just be you guys.
Could be yes.
So someone did something a little bit too loud, and now the birds are a little
Yeah. The birds are kind of like, when are they going to leave? So he can keep talking.
perfect. Love it.
So.
Kira, you doing anything different or?
No, I am completely at peace in this creepy little forest. A creepy, dark, dingy little forest. Kara's like, I'm the predator.
You know that the birds are quieting down
Yeah.
because of you.
Because of me. And I'm like, ha. So I'm just like trotting on. But I think even internally, I'm going to like, I don't know what the term is, but like slap the horses to go a little bit faster.
Perfect. Cool. So yeah, the horses start going a little bit faster, moving forward at double speed, and you guys reach this like even the densest the forest has gotten so far, and you turn a corner around a bend so that you can't see past, and as you turn the corner to this perfect little ambush spot, you see
I love an ambush.
You see a full like tree has fallen down into the path in front of you.
Of course it has.
The Walking Dead style.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you just see it. It's already there. And you see four. Yeah, you see four goblins are all sitting.
It's always
across
goblins.
the tree.
Always goblins.
And Kira, do you have an initial reaction to this?
I said it's always fucking goblins.
Oh yeah, she says that out loud. So I imagine you pull on the reins to stop probably because you cannot go forward. It's too dense on either side for the wagon. The tree in front of you is blocking the road, and you look behind you to see if that's like a possible escape route, or Maeve actually would. Your head's on a swivel. You're immediately like, where are we? What's happening? You see stepping out of the tree line a bugbear. Which for those of you that don't know what a bugbear looks like, they're part of the goblinoid family, but they're 7 feet tall. They resemble like hairy feral goblins, but like stretched out in height, but big muscles. They take their name, actually, bugbears, from their noses and claws, which both resemble those of bears. And he's got this Morning Star, which is a weapon that's like a mace, except it's got a bunch of spikes coming off of it. And he steps out and kind of stands in the way of the path and kind of chuckles. Gotcha.
Ew.
With your 20 perception, Maeve, and your head being on a swivel, you would also see and be able to relate to the group that there are 2 more goblins in the tree lines next to you that were trying to hide, but you caught them out. So
Bing!
they will not get a surprise round on you guys, which is nice. But
Wonderful.
as you guys stop, the 4 goblins kind of step off of the tree. One of them steps forward. He's more heavily armored than the rest of the group, and he's walking with this kind of swagger that kind of tells you that he's in charge.
The shit.
He appears to be the leader, but yeah, he sees you guys. He steps forward and he's like, "Look what the cat dragged in, boys."
Technically, Kira is
She did
a
drag
cat,
us in.
so we are technically on horses.
That was the pun. Don't point it out. Let me.
Well, you said 3, so technically then you would have to say that there was another cat here.
Anyway.
These guys are so annoying.
If you're gonna make a pun, at least try to make it accurate.
He like gets like flustered for a second. He's like, "Okay, shut up." And he like pulls his sword out. The other 3 goblins do as well. They all also have a shield with them. And he says, "All right, listen."
Kira, are those your boy's friend?
No, not this time. But Kira eyes the bugbear, like eyebrows up.
So the goblin like interrupts you as best he can, and it says, "All right, how's about this? How's about you leave us everything you have, and we'll let you walk away free. No harm done."
I mean, I could have just given you my mom's cookies.
Well, you can give us the cookies, obviously, but
if you
also
had asked nice.
literally everything else you have, and you get to walk away free. We've got you surrounded. You're obviously going to die here if you say no.
I mean, aren't we all gonna die?
she's not wrong. Bannerman is
other 3
genuinely
goblins-
making Maeve feel better. Like she's like less anxious and like, oh yeah, Babs is here and it's fine.
The other 3 goblins like start like whispering to each other behind the leader, and of just kind of like, I mean, she kind of has a point. But then the leader like shuts them down. Shut up. Be intimidating. And then they're like, rawr, and they take out their swords and shields and they're standing there like, so what do you say? You want to die here or do you want to leave your stuff?
I mean, again, we're all gonna die eventually.
You guys will probably die first, Maeve says, just brazenly.
Sounds like talking with someone might help.
That scared me.
We're all gonna die anyway. Siri thinks that you have depression.
Siri knows that you
I
have
mean,
depression.
I do, but not the time, Siri.
Siri, mind your
very
business.
funny. That's hilarious.
Thinks
If that
you
can be
need to
heard
talk
over
to someone.
the mic, I'm leaving that in. Siri just saying, maybe you should talk to someone.
I do every other Wednesday, Siri.
Come on, Siri, you should know this. Anyway,
But yeah, Vanderbilt just kind of sits there and goes, I mean, we also have spaghetti.
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to take your spaghetti as well. Now I'm more excited to either kill you and take your stuff, or take your stuff and not kill you.
Or we
Or
could just have like a nice little like food party.
Let's have a picnic.
We have picnic.
Let's go swimming.
You did really nice. You already put down.
Shut up.
Like a little place for us to see it right there on the tree. And I'm pretty sure that your friends up in those trees would also want to have some spaghetti and cookies.
Spaghetti
All right,
and
make-
cookies sounds so gross.
make a persuasion check for me with disadvantage, and you're trying to beat a 25.
A 25?
25? What
It's
is?
not gonna happen, but sure, why not?
Why that
What if
up?
you
Maybe
roll a
two
nat 20 right now?
I see what you're like. I want to honor the fact that you're trying to make this happen, but it's,
Well, the thing
it's
is
very,
I have a +0.
yeah.
Yep, so
do
two
not
nat 20s. Go.
Nope, I got a 12.
12. Hey, not terrible. Not good enough for these guys. That you see the leader just goes, all right, shut up, attack everyone, attack. He's just kind of like exasperated, and everyone go ahead and roll initiative as they all come in to attack you.
Of course, I roll pretty good, and then I don't roll good anymore.
No more rolling good.
I probably rolled worse than you this time.
Joke's on you.
Oh. Was that a 6 or a 3? Was that a 1?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
All right, what'd you guys get?
Storm can't read. Confirmed.
Bannerman got a 6.
Nice, good, love it.
I got a 5.
Nice, love it.
I got a 9.
Wow.
I know. That's probably my highest initiative roll ever. I'm so excited. I have a -1 to initiative, by the way.
I have a +5.
And I still got higher than you. Get got, loser.
All right, I rolled very well for all these guys.
We
We also get a
love-
decent bonus, which is nice. So,
I'm so tired.
um,
This is to make up for last episode where we whomped you. We whomped.
perfect. So, let me just re-describe what the battlefield looks like so that we're all on the same page. So, we've got the road, which is about 10 feet wide. Directly on either side of the road, we have a bunch of trees. Pretty thick collection of trees. Within those trees, we have 2 goblins, one on each side, that are like hiding behind a cluster of trees to shoot in at you guys. We've got a bugbear behind you guys, and we've got 3 goblins and the goblin leader. So a total of 4 goblins ahead of you.
On a log.
Yes, just in front of the a log that's blocking the road. And then
Sarah
you guys,
and Banabin are both still on the cart.
yeah, I mean, the conversation was long enough, and Bannerman was talking to them for a while, that if you wanted to have gotten down from the cart, you could.
Yeah, I got down from the cart, and I'm standing over by Maeve.
Cool. So,
Oh, so you're in the back with me.
and you guys both got out of the cart, and you're behind, so you're kind of behind, between the bugbear and the cart. And then you've got Kira is
And
sitting,
Doge.
and Doge.
We're
are
at
both
the front.
sitting at the front of the cart.
We're looking
Understood.
intimidating.
Hell yeah. So we got all of that. The bugbear goes first. He's going to go sprinting in at Maeve. He starts sprinting across directly at her.
Do it.
And he's going to take an attack at you.
And he's gonna miss. Go.
Of course he is. Oh my god, I can roll well today. 22 to hit. With his Morning Star, he's got some surprising strength behind him, so he actually does 10 damage with his single strike.
Okay.
Crashes down on top of you. You like bring up your shield to block it, and it like the shield like knocks against you. with just this force. And then that's his turn. He's there. He's trying to take out Maeve first. Now all of the regular goblins are going to go, not the leader. We'll do the tree goblins first. They're going to fire in with their short bows. There's 2 of them. Maeve is already being attacked, so we're going to do one against Banabin and one into the cart at Kira.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say the horse. I was about to be like, oh, hell no. They better have immunity. They better.
So Banabin does a 17 hit.
My
Darn.
$75 horses.
Our $75 horses.
I'm just not going to answer. 17 to hit, Banabin?
Yes.
Great.
I'm next to Banabin, so I'm gonna impose disadvantage.
Sounds good. So that's... within 5 feet? Did you decide? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. So instead of a 17 to hit, we've got a 11 to hit.
Nope.
Damn it.
Yay!
All right. So, so this arrow comes in from the side. As you're like defending against this bugbear, Maeve, you have the peace of mind to like take a step back and block with your shield. The arrow just
Bing, 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 bing.
exactly. Arrow just like goes into your shield, and then now you
Bounces right off.
Bounces right off of that metal. And then attack against Kira, 23 to hit.
Definitely not.
Fantastic. So with a 23 to hit, and you're not raging yet, we got 6 piercing damage coming into you.
We love it.
Wait, do you still have the leftover HP from...
Of course not.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, that fades immediately.
Darren would never let me.
Cool. So you took 6 damage. Then we've got the 3 goblins behind the leader. They all run past at the cart.
Hataka.
I think they're just going to attack up at Kira, I think.
Of course.
No, let's do this. We're going to send 1 after Banabin. And then we're going to have 2 that are flanking on either side of the cart to start attacking up at Kira.
One of them is going to be at disadvantage because there is a reaction that Doge 2.0 has.
Perfect. Sounds good. So the one that's on the side where Doge 2.0 is like trying to attack up at Kira. And Doge just kind of like knocks him away. The other goblin, well, actually, let's see if the disadvantage actually worked for that. So first one against Kira. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I rolled a nat 20, but it's at disadvantage, so it's a 10 instead. Second attack is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, great. So the other guy gets up on your side. He like climbs up onto the cart and is like hanging onto the side as he like swings in at you, and you take 6 damage from that guy. And then the final goblin is sprinting across the battlefield at Banabin, and he's going to take a swing at you. 21 to hit.
Yep.
And we've already used disadvantage from the arrow strike from Maeve, so 7 damage coming in as he swings down on you with his scimitar. Great, so that's all the goblins. And guess what? The goblin leader also rolled higher than you guys, because you all rolled terribly. So he's going to go
You're
as well.
terrible.
I think he's going to... I think he sees Kira being surrounded and doesn't know that she's actually a very big threat yet. So he's going to go help the bugbear and the single goblin in the back with Banabin and Maeve. I think he's going to go after Banabin because the bugbear seems pretty powerful. So, Banabin, you're going to get attacked by this goblin boss. He runs up. He's everyone's wearing like leather armor, but he's got like this little chain shirt on, which makes him a little bit more heavily armored. And he actually gets 2 attacks. So first one is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 3 damage on the first strike. And then a 14 to hit on the second.
No.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're able to like dodge out of the way of the second one, but the first one hits. That's his turn. And now over to you guys. Maeve, you're up first. What would you like to do? So you're face to face with this bugbear. You've got Banabin next to you, who's getting attacked by these 2 goblins.
Okay. I would firstly like to cast Divine Favor on myself.
Okay, sounds good. Can you tell me what that does?
It gives me an additional 1d4 of radiant damage if I hit my attacks.
Nice. That's cool.
It is, however, a concentration spell, so remind me to roll for concentration if I get my ass kicked.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And then it's time to attack a big boy.
Sounds perfect. Why don't you go ahead and roll an attack for me?
12 to hit.
12 hits. No, I'm so sorry.
No!
I said that reflexively.
Darren, please.
That does not hit, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Darren, please.
I'm so sorry. But guess what? You get 2 attacks now because you're level 5.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
You wanted to hit with both. I'm sorry.
Oh, that one definitely hits. 21.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage with your extra d4 for radiant.
Yeah. That is 6 damage. Nope. Plus 3, 9 damage. 4 of which are radiant. So 5 bludgeoning, 4 radiant.
Cool. Great. Well, he's not resistant to any of that, so you could just give me the added
Great.
feature.
9.
Cool. So 9 damage. Great. Cool. You get your first strike in. What weapon are you using these days?
Warhammer.
Warhammer? Perfect. Yeah, you strike down against him. He seems to like kind of take the brunt of it and just kind of smiles like, yes, this is a challenge. And then he comes into attack again. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Awesome. Jumping over to Banabin.
All right. First things first. Banabin is going to cast Branding Smite on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
It is also a concentration spell.
Nice.
So it's the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance as you strike.
Nice.
The attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target,
Cool.
which becomes visible if it is invisible.
Awesome. Cool. So you start concentrating on the spell. What weapon would you use for that? Your dagger, probably? Is that all you got?
Nope.
What do you have?
I equipped my Javelin of Lightning.
Okay.
Get fucked.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I'm going to go for, because in my head, okay, so even though it says it's a melee weapon and not a ranged weapon,
It's melee or ranged. You can,
Okay,
you can
so-
use it either way.
if I go to stab the leader, it's not a disadvantage?
Correct, because it's not. You're not using it. You're not throwing it.
Yeah, it'll be at disadvantage if you try to throw it anywhere, but if you're just stabbing, it won't be. Now, you do have to throw it to use all that lightning stuff. Otherwise, it's just a regular, magic weapon that you're attacking with.
Okay, so
which
if-
in this case would do the regular javelin damage plus your
Smite damage.
smite damage that you're doing.
And so the only way to get the Thunderbolt damage is if you threw it and it hit one person.
You could throw it anywhere, and then it just everyone that's in the line between you and that target, whatever you're throwing at, takes the lightning damage. So this is a good way to hit multiple targets if you can line them up.
In theory,
Because I thought there was another one where it's like if you threw it and you hit one person instead of using those.
Oh, it's in addition to that. It's like you basically choose your target that you want to throw at, and then that target that you're throwing it at will take the regular javelin damage, in this case the smite damage as well, plus the lightning damage. And in addition to that, everyone in between you and the person you're throwing at will take damage. So if you line up so that you have a goblin in between you and someone else, you could throw it, it'll hit the goblin with lightning, and then it'll hit the target that it's going towards.
Gotcha.
Did that all
is
make sense?
Bunny hop a movement or is it a bonus action?
It is movement.
Bonus action.
Is it bonus action? I thought it was just standard.
I think it
movement.
uses your movement, so it's technically both, but you use bonus action to jump 10 feet. But that's a way to...
I was just
Like,
thinking
if you wanted
that
to
you
line
could
yourself
move
up.
out of the way and then throw it and hit multiple people and get your radiant damage and stuff. But you already used your bonus action this turn, so you would have to do it
I'd have to do
at
it
a
next
future
turn.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in theory, you could just stab somebody with it for now.
Yeah. How close, if I go to throw it at the bugbear, the javelin at the bugbear, would I have the potential of hitting Maeve?
I'll tell you this. If you want to position yourself so that you hit 2 goblins and the bugbear, so you've got your goblin boss and the regular goblin next to you, and then you're throwing it at the bugbear so you can hit those 2, you would end up in a position where you're going to hit Maeve. However, you can angle yourself a bit more so that you just hit the 1 goblin and the bugbear, and you won't hit Maeve. So if you want to hit 3 targets, you'll hit Maeve as well, or you can go for 2.
I just want to hit at the very least. I just want to hit the bugbear.
Okay.
I was
And
gonna
not
say,
hit Maeve.
You can hit me. It's totally fine. I have enough HP to survive 1 hit. It might be worth attacking 3 of them and whittling them down.
Also, a reminder that if you want to get in position so that you're not rolling at disadvantage when you throw it, you're going to have to take an attack of opportunity as you move away. Otherwise, you'll be within melee range of some goblins when you throw it, so you'll roll at disadvantage.
Take the attack of opportunity and hit all 3 of them. You got this.
Okay.
You
So you can either
got
stay in
this.
range of the goblins you're with and then roll at disadvantage when you throw it, or you can move away from them and take an attack.
I will move away to attempt to hit all 3.
Okay, sounds good.
You got this. I believe in you.
So you're going to take 2 attacks of opportunity from
Okay.
the 2 goblins that are next to you. So let me roll those real quick, and then we can jump into throwing that sexy javelin. So first attack of opportunity is a 15 to hit.
No.
Second attack of opportunity is a 13 to hit.
No.
All right, sounds good. So they both just swing it.
Yay.
You just like duck down low as they swing over you. One of them almost hits the other one, but collides into their shield. And he's like, "Hey!" And then you run back. You line up perfectly, and you're throwing through. So you decided you want to do the route where you're going to hit all 3 targets and also Maeve.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 1 goblin, the goblin boss, and the bugbear are all going to get hit. But first, we need to start with an attack roll against the bugbear.
All right. 11 to hit.
11 to hit. That does not hit. However, I believe that just means that I believe all the lightning damage still goes through. So let me just read that real quick. Okay, so it's going to hit everyone except for the bugbear. So unfortunately, you missed the bugbear, but you will hit your 2 goblins right in front of you, and they're going to take a shit ton of damage. However,
What did I have to roll?
So you and the 2 goblins are all rolling a dexterity saving throw, and you have to beat a 13. All right, dexterity saving throws. For the first one, I've got an 11 that fails, and then for the goblin boss, I rolled a natural 2, so a 4. So both of these guys are going to take full damage from this. And what did you get, Maeve?
I also failed.
All right, so 4d6, add them together.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, just kidding. I didn't fail. Because I have... So on my character sheet, I was reading this incorrectly. I have -1 to my dex saves. But because I took Shield Master or whatever, I get a +2 instead of a -1. So I did succeed.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're good.
They take 11. They take 11 damage, and because I didn't hit any of them, they don't get the.
So you didn't hit the bugbear, so he doesn't take anything.
What about the smite?
So the smite doesn't go off because he didn't hit anything.
Okay.
So
That
that's
means
still,
you get it for your next turn.
So that's still going for you, and it's just whenever you hit someone with a weapon attack going forward. Maeve, you succeeded, so you're going to take half that. You're going to take 5 lightning damage.
Easy.
Okay, so let's rerun that and describe it. So
Okay.
You duck under these 2 slashes coming at you from the goblins. You take a couple steps back. You line up with the javelin. You chuck it through. The bugbear dives out of the way, essentially, or sidesteps out of the way. The javelin goes flying past him and collides into a tree. An explosion of lightning happens at the tree, but also on the way, there's like this trail of lightning through the air. The 2 goblins are hit by that. One of them just like fries instantly and falls over dead.
Good.
The goblin boss takes a ton of damage, and he's like, "Ow, fuck, what?" And then the Bugbear is fine. Maeve, you put up your shield just in time. Some of the lightning arcs over it and hits you, but you don't take the brunt of the full brunt of the damage there.
And
I mean,
have,
it is a metal shield, so I probably get like a little through the metal. I conduit
That's
myself.
exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly. The shield disperses some of it, but it's also metal, so you do get a bit of a shock.
And I still have one more attack, right?
Yeah,
do.
that was your first attack, so you get one more attack.
I'm gonna go in with my dagger
Love it.
and try to stab the boss.
Perfect. Go for it. Go for it.
Gobby Bob.
Love it. And then just a reminder, so as I described it, the javelin hit a tree well behind the bugbear, so you'll have to get that if you want to use it again.
17 to hit.
17 hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right.
And that barely hits. His AC is 17.
Okay, so it's a 1d4. 3 plus 2 is 5.
5 damage?
Yeah.
Plus your smite.
Yeah, and so the smite is 2d6.
Damn.
4
4.
total of that.
He is on death's door. He has a 1 hit point left. So just like that, you killed one of my goblins. The goblin boss is almost dead, and he immediately starts panicking. And
Get
all
rid
the-
of it, just like sit there after she like stabs him and just goes, we could have just solved this amicably.
We could have had a picnic.
The goblin boss is just like standing there like slack-jawed.
Stunned.
We'll get to him on his turn, but yeah, that was they were coming at you guys like, oh, this will just be easy pickings. We'll grab some good loot.
Imagine being sexist.
Yeah.
Just because we're women doesn't mean we can't kick ass.
The goblin boss is just like, I'm not sexist, don't worry.
Sexist.
It's
Just
nice.
there's only 3 of
We
you, and there's
attack
like 20
everyone.
of us.
Don't worry. We attack everyone.
Nope, they only attack women. It's confirmed now.
Great. Anything else you want to do? That's I think action, bonus action, some movement.
Yep, that's it.
You're happy? All right, great. Over to Kira.
Oh my goodness. I hate being last on the totem pole. This takes too damn long.
Now you know how it feels.
Okay.
Me with my -1.
So, how many guys are in front of me?
2.
Two?
You got 2, one on either side of the wagon, like climbing up onto it, like stabbing
Oh,
into
okay.
it.
I'm going to roll my eyes and like at them and be like, "Oh, you guys are so fucking annoying," and then I'm gonna rage. And we got to do our rage chart.
Oh my god, here we go. All right, go ahead and roll a D100 for your rage. I'm gonna pull up your list.
Ooh, 78.
78. All right.
Oh no. This is so much fun.
Yeah, I love it. All right. What is your charisma modifier?
+0.
+0? Fantastic. So that's... Okay, so I need you to make a DC 11 wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom, my -1. Jesus Christ. Nope.
No?
Nope. I got a 7.
Okay, so the wording of this was you cast polymorph on yourself.
Oh no.
If you fail the saving throw, which you did, you turn into a sheep for the spell's duration. So
Not a sheep. So first,
can you describe that for me, please?
So I'm like, oh, you guys are so fucking annoying, and I'm like, kind of like put my hand up in the air, and I'm like, Malarix.
You hear Malix in the back. He's like, you ready for this? I'm going to hit the big button. Let's do it.
Hit the big button.
Let's go.
Bonk, hit the big button, and then I poof into the poofiest sheep you've seen. The Pokemon sheep. What is it?
Wooloo.
Wooloo. I'm Wooloo up there with, what is it? Doge 2.0.
And you go, bah.
And I'm like, meh.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can I take a bite attack? What are we doing?
Okay, so here's the deal with polymorph. You fully turn into, let's see, new form. So all of your statistics, including your mental ability scores, become that of a sheep. So you have the intelligence of a sheep. I'm going to send you a link to
the sheep
stats.
All of us, you guys don't even see me up there. You just like all of a sudden just hear meh.
And I'm like, she's up to some nonsense. Kira's getting up to some shit up
Oh
there.
no, not the sheep.
Bah.
Oh, I also forgot about Doge 2.0.
He's gonna have to protect me.
Okay, so just to read it out for the audience as well while you're pulling that up.
Small beast.
It's small beast, armor class of 10. You have 3 hit points. Your intelligence is
Three
now...
hit points.
Yes. Your intelligence is now 2, which is a -4 modifier. And the only... you don't have any attacks you can make. This is the best time you can roll.
This is so your own fault, and I'm sorry.
Malix is in your brain going, oh fuck. How do I undo this? And he just starts like pulling on random levers and buttons.
no.
Nothing seems to be working. He's like, Kira, are you all right? Can you hear me?
Fully sheep.
Fully,
Bah.
fully sheep.
But you can tell. Sheep has advantage on strength and dexterity saving throws. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's something.
I can work with that. I'll be running. I'm distraction. Wait.
You have 3 hit points.
You have 3 hit points.
What am I gonna do?
So
Hide in the card.
basically, you're gonna. So this will take a little bit of some role play on your end because you are a sheep now. So you have to kind of
Act as a sheep.
might.
I'm surprised that the sheep doesn't have bite, though.
Nothing. I mean, I guess you could make just like a regular. You could make an unarmed strike, which the sheep does have a +1, so that would be like a hoof attack essentially. So you would get.
I could just see the sheep doing karate.
Yeah. So it does have an efficiency bonus, so it would be +3 to hit, and if you hit, it would do 2 damage.
+3.
So there are
2
things that
damage.
are threatening you, which are these 2 goblins. So you can decide if
Yeah, they're
you-
hungry. They want lunch. I think the sheep will know that.
So you could definitely defend yourself if you wanted to.
Oh Lord. Okay. I got into my brain to role play Kira. I did not think I would have to get into my brain to role play a sheep. So this is gonna be.
Embrace your inner bah.
Meh.
That's so funny.
Okay. Well. Okay. I would like to attack.
All right.
I would like to hoof attack.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll an attack. It's just a +3 to a d20.
And also, can Doge help?
Does Doge realize the predicament
yeah.
that we are in?
we didn't exactly say what Doge was going to do on your turn, but it's usually to just give the help action to like an attack or something. So this would work in this case.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay, I got a 15 to hit.
15 to hit. That just barely hits. They have an AC of 15.
So
it does.
Man.
So it does 2 damage to this guy. And
Can we add some sort of like unknown psychological damage to just seeing a bunch of lightning go off and kill one of his compatriots?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a cat turning into a sheep.
we're gonna get to what they're gonna do on their turns in a minute. Don't you worry.
They're gonna try to stir fry me.
Yum. Lamb chop.
So this you attack this goblin who's just like, ow. From this hoof attack.
Like a little paper cut. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck? She was a cat, now she's a sheep. Great. Anything else you want to do on your turn here, buddy?
That's it.
Fantastic. All right, so we've got Kira and we've got Doge up on the front of this cart. 2 goblins climbing on top, very confused. And we're now back up to the bugbear, who is like looking around and like, what the fuck is happening? This is not a normal. This is not a normal ambush. Normally, they just come in, the person gives them all their stuff, and then they leave. And when they do have to attack, it's nothing like this. So, Bugbear, I think it's just gonna go with what it does best, which is hit Maeve with a Morningstar, maybe.
Maybe.
But he is very confused and anxious and rolls in that one. So just a very half-hearted, like, kind of slash down. You just kind of bat it away with your shield. And that's his turn. He, like, looks over at the boss like, we're still doing this? It's now the goblin's turn. I'm going to do the arrow goblins first. They're going to fire arrows at... They just don't want anything to do with the sheep. They don't know what's happening. The biggest threat at the moment appears to be Banabin, because that was some crazy lightning damage. So they're
How
both
the turntables.
so
Big threat. Tiny
big
bunny.
threat Banabin.
Small bunny.
I feel like this is very fitting for the beginning of the Banabin arc.
Yeah, exactly.
Bannerman gets her bad bitch moment while Kira's a sheep.
So we got two short bow attacks. First one is a 21 to hit, Banabin.
Yep.
Sounds good. So that is going to be a 4 to hit. 4 damage.
Yes.
Second arrow comes in with a 6 to hit.
Misses.
That's nothing. And then I forgot to do this last turn, but I'm going to do it this turn. They can hide as a bonus action, so the two of them are going to attempt to hide. What's everyone's passive perceptions? Can you guys look those up for me?
11.
15.
Doge has a pretty decent
10.
one too, doesn't he?
I know, I was staring at you.
Does not have a passive.
What's his wisdom?
10.
Oh, and does he have a perception skill thing? I can look
Yeah, it's perception plus 0 plus proficiency bonus times 2.
Oh, got it. So 16 would be his passive, because your proficiency bonus is 3. So actually, great. So his is the highest. So Doge has his head on a swivel, got those flashlight eyes. First one rolled a 9 and failed. The other one rolled a 19. So the one on we'll say left side of the road, that's the side of the road. If you're looking forward, the direction that you guys were traveling, that left side is the one that hid. The other one did not. Great. So got those guys. Then we've got the two goblins hanging out at the front of the cart, who are very confused and don't know what's going on. There's now a sheep there that's attacking them. I need to roll an intelligence check for them of some kind. Because here's the deal. If they attack you and get you down to 0, then you poof back into Kira. So I need to figure out if they know that, or if they're just going to switch their attacks up and attack something else and leave you as a sheep.
Is there any other way that I could turn into Kira, or am I like, this is it until I die?
Until the spell ends, which I got to look up polymorph again. It's at least until the end of the battle.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Can I saunter menacingly? Can I go?
Bah.
Bah.
All right, let's get to that. So it lasts for an hour.
Jesus Christ.
So that's when it would end, or if you take 3 damage. So I'm gonna roll for them. Let's do this. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check, and I need you to roll an intimidation check with the sheep's stats, which means
I was like, oh, my +7. Okay.
Which your charisma as a sheep is a -3. So that would be, and your proficiency bonus is +2, so that'd be 10 minus 1. Oh, no, you wouldn't be proficient with that. So it's a 10 minus 3. So, or sorry, just -3. So you roll a d20 and subtract 3 from it.
This dice has not been rolling.
And they're going to make intelligence checks against that. What'd you get?
a 4.
4 total? So you rolled this up? Oh, boy. All right, intelligence checks from the two goblins. You just need one of them to fail. First one got a 17, and then an 11, unfortunately. So the two of them have identified you as not a threat, and they're going to, I think
Jail.
I think they're both going to attack Doge, unfortunately. So let's get Doge ready for some attacks. No.
At least one of them will have to roll with disadvantage.
Can he do that on himself?
It is disadvantage on an attack of roll of one creature it can see.
Oh, great. So I could just impose that on anyone. Fantastic. All right, so the first one at disadvantage is going to be...
Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to do math.
No worries.
Because it's, well, I know the armor class, but I have to figure out the hit points.
Okay, well, you can figure that out in a sec if they hit. So 14 to hit on the first one,
Misses.
and that was the one with the disadvantage. And then the second attack is a 6. So that
Yay.
also misses. So they both strike in to try and hit Doge now. They're just kind of ignoring the sheep, and both miss. Actually, we'll say that they're hitting, but it's just like you got this massive metal armored carapace that
It's
they're
just
knocking
dink,
off.
dink.
Dink, dink. Great. So that's them. The other goblin is frickin' fried and dead on the ground. We've now got the goblin boss who has 1 hit point. He's going to say, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. He's going to use his bonus action to disengage, and then he's just going to run and dash 60 feet into the woods. So he just starts sprinting away. He doesn't say anything. He just like starts sprinting into the woods. You see him heading to the left side of the cart, running into the woods. So that's the goblin boss. We're over to Maeve.
Alrighty. How's the bugbear looking? Fine, right?
Yeah, he's taken 1 hit so far, but still has a
Wonderful.
decent amount of hit points.
I'm gonna try and get him.
All right, sounds
I'm
good.
gonna
Go
try
for it.
and get him. I mean, okay. I would take an attack of opportunity from the bugbear if I hit the goblin boss, right?
Like if you try to run after the goblin boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you move away from him, he'll get that attack.
Okay. Well, then I'll just hit the bugbear, I suppose.
Okay, sounds good.
14.
That misses, unfortunately.
No, not even 14. 13. I'm bad at math.
Oh, good.
Okay, one more. Nope.
All right, sounds
Nothing.
good. Great. Yeah, 2 strikes in. He's just blocking it. He's got like a arm bracer that he's like blocking your attacks with.
I hate him.
Um,
I say, I hate you.
the feeling is
I hate
mutual.
you!
The feeling is mutual. Great. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nope.
All right, we're over to Banabin.
Banabin is going to run after the boss.
Okay. Sounds good. Great. Yeah, you just start running into the woods. He used a dash action so that he could run 60 feet. Are you going to try and match that? Or you could start running after him and do a ranged attack if you want to just run 30 feet.
Yeah, I might try to do a ranged attack
Okay.
because I do have my crossbow.
Got it. Yeah, he only has 1 hit point, so you just got to get 1 strike in on him.
Yeah.
Great. So he starts running into the woods. Just a heads up with crossbows. So they have the loading property, which means that you can only use them to attack once per turn because it takes a moment to reload it again. So if you do that, you can't use both of your attacks with the crossbow.
So if I run full 30 feet,
Mhm.
I would be 30 feet within range of him.
Exactly.
So I could use my pistol and not be at disadvantage.
Correct. Yeah.
So true.
So then I will
Shoot
use
him.
my pistol.
Perfect. I believe the pistol also has the loading property.
I'm assuming that I always keep it loaded, at least at the beginning.
Exactly, which is totally the case. So you get that 1 shot off, and then you'll need to, since it takes a moment to reload, you can't use your second attack action with the pistol.
18 to hit.
That just beats his
Huge.
AC. Yep, you fire across. You don't even have to roll damage unless you really want to.
Nope.
Fantastic. You go ahead and describe how that all looks. You just see the goblin boss like sprinting into the woods, sprinting as far away as he can.
Banabin just kind of runs up, kind of behind him, but being the fact that she's a Heron, she's used to being able to kind of dart through.
Yeah, you're
the
like
woods.
ducking under branches. You're like jumping and like
Jumping
leaping off of trees and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Get it?
very quickly, not really making a sound. Pulls out her gun and just goes.
Perfect. Sounds good. As you're
And
sprinting to the
pops
woods,
his ass.
hopping through, you just fire across. Collides right into his spine, and he just flops over forward and dies.
Yep. And also, because we typically usually do Doge with Banabin actions, can Doge do the action Force Empowered Rend
Yes, absolutely.
on one of the two,
Yeah.
Gobos.
goblins?
Perfect. Do you want to do the one that's on Doja's side or the one that's next to Kira?
The closest one to him.
Perfect. Sounds good. So he goes ahead and reaches over to bite. You can go ahead and roll your attack.
11.
11. Fantastic. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, good. I'm putting these get to go in.
He bites down. The goblin puts up his shield, and the Doge just starts biting on the shield. You see, like he bites onto this like wooden shield, and like just like breaks off a part of it and starts chomping on the wood. And the goblin's like, "Holy fuck!"
It's again the way I described
Yes,
Doge
good.
to someone is it is basically a Doge is a standard Shiba Inu, but whenever he opens his mouth, it is a Lovecraftian nightmare of teeth
Of course.
and just random shards and things. So the goblin, though he does not get hit by it, he sees all of this just like Lovecraftian nightmare grab onto it and just rip it off.
Perfect. Great. All right.
But yeah, that's all. Banabin does yell out to Maeve, "The boss is dead. I shot him." just point blank.
Perfect.
And that's it.
So Maeve, you get confirmation after hearing the bang of Banabin's gun that the boss is dead.
He's dead.
I got him.
After you just hear like this
I got
gunshot 2 inches away, I got him.
Love it. Cool.
So badass.
So you've used all your movement. You've run into the woods. Got your shot off. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nope.
Fantastic. We're over to Kira.
Sheepra.
Sheepra. I like Sheepra better. I was like, how do I combine them? Cool. All right, so Sheepra, what would you like to do?
I would like to attack.
Perfect. Sounds good. I love it. I like the idea that you... So in the description, it says that you keep your personality. So it does make 100% sense that Kira would still be just attacking with whatever faculties she's got left. So yeah, go ahead. +3 to your
Plus
D20.
3. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, okay. A 12.
Perfect. You hit with the first time that you attacked. This time you miss. This guy's just kind of like holding you off with one hand. Like what the? What,
Could I
what
make
is
like an
happening?
intimidation check or something?
Yeah, you want to do another intimidation check?
Yeah,
We're
hold on.
trying to. You're trying to get this guy to attack you, so
Yeah.
you can change.
Okay, -3, right? 10.
He rolled a 3, and he doesn't add anything to it. So this goblin is now like, I don't know what to do in this situation, and he's probably going to attack you on his next turn. Great, that's Kira. We're over to the bugbear again, who's still just like dazed and confused. He's running on instinct at this point.
And just
which
hears
is,
a gunshot from the forest.
yeah. We've got a 22 to hit Maeve.
Okay.
And then the damage is 10 piercing damage as he strikes down with this Morning Star. Again, doing quite a bit of damage. He's very... It's like a heavy weapon that has a ton of force behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all he's going to do on his turn there. We've got a bunch of goblins still running around. The 2 goblins on the cart. One's going to attack Doge. The one that you're next to, Kira, is going to attack you. Does it have your armor class
Oh
on that?
no, don't attack me, man.
Yeah, Doge is focusing on the one who's trying to attack him.
Perfect. So he's going to strike down at you with his scimitar. Let's do the one against Kira first. That's an 18 to hit. I believe that hits a sheep.
No, of course not.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Don't hit me.
Don't hit me. My AC's 10.
Perfect.
Oh no, don't hit me very hard.
Let me do the strike against Doge real quick, and then we'll come back to what happened with the sheep thing. So that's an 18 to hit Doge.
Yes.
So he's going to take 6 damage from the scimitar strike.
All right.
Kira took 4 damage, which is just enough. A puff of black smoke that then vanishes as you just see Kira now standing above this guy. And now he's like, oops. And now you're there. I don't think these guys want anything to do with this anymore, especially with the boss just like freaking out and running away. So they're both going to bonus action disengage and then start running into the woods in either direction. They're going to dash as well, so they're going 60 feet into the woods.
Is one of them close to Banabit?
I lied. The one that was on the... So one of them runs into the woods on his side in the same direction that the goblin boss went. The other one runs around the horses and then runs into the woods in that same direction. We've got the 2 hiding goblins with arrows. What did you say again?
Is one of them close to Banabit? One of them running towards Banabit?
You just hear in the woods next to you, and then look over and you see these 2 goblins just like sprinting through the woods past you. Then we've got these...
Chink, chink.
Exactly. Then we've got these 2 with their arrows. The one that was in the woods on the side where Banabin was, that was the one that was hiding successfully. So he's going to shoot at you while in hiding. So that's going to be an attack with advantage with his short bow. Let's see. That's oh my god, even with advantage, 12 to hit.
Misses.
Fantastic. So you're listening, you hear you watch as these 2 goblins just start like running past you, and then an arrow passes right in front of your face and hits the tree next to you. And then you now see that there's this goblin that was shooting out at you from the trees. And then he looks at you, and then he just starts dashing into the woods as well. So he goes 60 feet. He still has his bonus action, so he's going to use that to hide. So you do lose track of him, but the other 2 that were running in the woods, you do see them. Well, actually, let me roll stealth to see if... Oh, I rolled a nat 20 on my stealth. So that guy did successfully hide.
He's gone.
He's in the woods somewhere 60 feet away from where he was. Then we've got the other goblin on the other side of the cart, separated from the group. He's got his bow and arrow. He's going to shoot at Maeve. Yeah, that's the other threat. The other person just turned from a cat into a sheep back into a cat again, so they don't really know what's going on with that. But the one against Maeve is a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's going to be 4 damage. So you take an arrow to the shoulder. You've been taking the brunt of the attacks during this round.
Yeah, I'm suffering.
And then he's going to bonus action disengage so that he can just sprint through the road past everybody without taking any opportunity attacks. And then we'll use his action to dash. So he's going to get about 50 feet into the woods, which is about 20 feet from you. You just see him run straight past you, like kind of knock you on the shoulder as he sprints by, and he's only like 20 feet in front of you, and he's like, oh fuck. And that's that goblin's turn. Goblin boss is dead. Maeve, you're up. Looking pretty hurt. You got the bugbear in front of you still.
Still?
Yeah. He's gonna probably be the last one to run because he's just running on.
He's just
instinct.
big.
Yeah, he's big. He's like, he
That
still is like, I could probably survive this.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself then.
Okay.
So
use your action. Gotta roll your healing.
yeah, that's 8 healing back to me.
Nice.
Yippee-ki-yay. And then, do I have any good bonus actions? Do I have any good bonus actions?
Hopefully.
No. Oh, nope. Sure don't. Never mind. Ha ha ha.
Cool.
Okay.
So that's your turn there. You've healed up a little bit. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Great. Sounds good. So yeah, you heal up. You get your shield ready for the next round of attacks. Banaban, you're up.
All right. How far away am I from the javelin?
That was on the opposite side of the road of where you are now. So it's going to be about 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is Banavine's going to show a little bit of mercy. Gasp.
Who would have thought?
What? She's not just going to gun down running away enemies?
Yeah. Except for the boss, because the boss was basically
started
dead.
it.
He started it.
He started it. He was probably going to bleed out in the woods anyway.
Yeah.
Ladies don't start fights, but they finish them.
Yep.
Yep. Bannerman yells that to those goblins and is also just like, it could have been ended amicably. You tell whomever y'all work for that this is what happens when you mess with the double D's.
Nice. You let them go. They still keep running.
And Bannerman is now going to take full movement speed to get 30 feet and then use another action to dash to get the javelin.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good. So yeah, you use your action to get over. You grab the javelin out of the tree. You now have it. You have a bonus action left. Do you want to do anything else?
I don't think I have anything. I don't have any good bonus actions.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really have any good bonus actions right now. And neither of the people are attacking Kira or Doge. So Doge is going to move towards Maeve.
Okay. Cool. Move over to Maven and Bugbear. He can get
Yeah.
there in one turn. That's fine. Cool. All right. Sounds good. Dude, what do you want to use his action for? Like to help?
Yeah,
Move? All right.
help by being Doge.
Yeah. Great. Kira, you're up. You're freshly back. You have your faculties back, your mental faculties. You know, think. You hear Malarix in your head just go, "Look, I'm so sorry.
We're gonna have a talk about this later.
I didn't know what that button does.
Yeah, okay.
I will never press it again." He like labels it with like sheep.
The sheep button. Just a piece of tape
Yeah, with
with
the
the word
Sharpie on it.
sheep on it.
Yep, exactly. He started like labeling the buttons the best he can. Great. All right. And then we're back up to. Oh yeah. What do you want to do on your turn?
So all we have is the bugbear, right?
We've got the bugbear, and then we've got. You could still see the goblins that are running away through the woods.
I'm gonna go for the bugbear. I'm gonna kind of like with the horse and carriage. Like, okay, was I sitting like at the front of the carriage, like, and then
Driving.
it's not like one that has walls on the back. It's just like a flat, like,
Well, we
hay
didn't.
bale sort of.
Yeah, we didn't really describe it. So if we want to take a second to make that call, it can either be like a covered wagon, like like Oregon Trails style, or it can be just like a flat like pallet,
A box. Yeah, that's
wagon.
kind of what I was
Like
thinking.
if you think of like the beginning of Skyrim, where they're
Yes.
they're all the prisoners on the back of that cart.
I think it would be better to have a covered one.
Perfect.
Like for the future, like just in case we get into any skirmishes and someone's about
Yeah,
to die.
That's true.
They can go in and not get like any sort of long range attacks.
Perfect. So the way that would work usually is that you've got like some like tent flaps on
Yeah.
either side that you can like roll up so you can see perfectly through
Yeah.
it, or you can close them for
In
like
that case, let's say that it was a covered one with the tent flaps open.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Because
makes the most sense to
I'm
me.
like,
The-
in my head, I pictured just like the Skyrim wagon because I pictured Maeve like staring out into the woods.
perfect.
But if the windows
Yeah, you got all
in
your
air
tent flaps
quotes,
open. It's mostly there for
open.
like bad weather or something like
to
that.
protect us from that rain that you said might come.
Exactly. Or if you want to like close it up so people can't like look inside and see what you
Stop
got.
looking at me.
Great. So yes, you are fully aware of what's been happening with like
Okay.
Bugbear and everything back there, and you can
But-
see the battlefield.
They haven't been aware about what's been happening up here. All they heard was Baaad, right? So they don't know what they don't know what happened up here, right? It's only me and Doge 2.0's secret, right?
Basically. I mean,
we can roll
Vanderbilt.
some retroactive perception checks if we'd like to.
I would like to.
All right.
Before I do
if,
my attack.
If you'd like to have hidden from that. So you don't have to roll anything. We're just
Oh.
going to set the DC at 10.
What? 10?
I passed immediately.
I also passed.
So the reason I'm setting it at 10 is that technically in battle, you're kind of aware of everything that's happening.
But if I was covered by the carriage, if I was covered,
It was pretty obvious, but I did set it at 10 so that you had a chance if someone wasn't making it.
I will
So,
say for
everyone knows I'm
Banabin,
a sheep.
Banabin is psychically connected to Doge.
Yeah, she's just looking through Doge's eyes, but I just knew. I was like, oh, I don't hear swords swinging, and I hear a sheep noise. That's Kira. Like,
So maybe she doesn't know the specifics.
I don't
but
know the specifics of what happened, but I didn't hear your weapon
You're
clanging
just like,
on weapons.
I'm going to rage. Bah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I
And-
hear
and
the
she knows.
hissing and then a ba sound, and I'm like, yep,
All right.
okay.
Okay.
But you can decide if Kira knows, if they know. That's up to you.
Okay,
You
what
could
is that?
pretend to hide it.
That would
but-
be an insight.
Yeah, if you want to make an
wouldn't
insight check to see if they saw.
A 10.
A 10? All right, I'll set that at 10 again. So unless anyone's trying to hide that they don't know. And then they can roll a deception check. No? All right, so perfect.
So I know.
You know that I know that you
I
know.
You know that I know.
Exactly.
Here,
so
I'll try to do a deception check
everyone knows what's going on. You want to make a deception check to try
at
to
disadvantage
this.
because Banabin
can't hide.
can't hide it, and also Banabin knows.
Banabin's gonna crit right now and ruin my life.
2.
2? All right. So, Kira does know.
Yeah, Kira.
Everyone's aware of everyone's knowledge
Damn
of the
it.
situation.
My cool,
Banabin's-
mysterious persona.
Banabin's
doesn't
just
exist.
being really bad at acting. Like, oh, what? Well, where have you been?
So, Kira, what would you like to do?
Okay, so the reason why I asked about it because I was gonna scale the back to kind of like cut corners to try to get to the bugbear that's in the back, but being that it's covered, I'm gonna go around, and that was the only reason. So I'm just gonna
All
go
right.
and attack.
Perfect. Sounds good. Go for it. And we can. I'm going to set precedent here and just say that with that sort of stuff, normally if polymorph is casted on you while you're in a rage, you would lose the rage.
I'll rage again.
but
I'll do something else.
If now that's so. I was going to say you can stay in a rage for this sort of thing since these are homebrewed rules anyway. But at any time in the future as well, if you decide I want another effect, you can rage again, even if you're already in a rage. So if you want to rage again, you definitely can.
But remember that you do have limited rages, and we probably won't take a long rest for a little while.
But we're about to be at the inn,
Oh, that's true.
unless there's a bar brawl, which I love to create.
You do love to create. I'm just
Flashback
saying
to the side
it might be
episode.
smart to not rage because we might
That is
need
true.
it later.
I will just attack with my great axe. Hopefully,
go
I
for
can
it.
roll
Let's find out.
You got this.
a 19 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
Oh! Am I in rage right now?
No.
Okay.
You are.
Oh, I am. Okay.
Oh yeah, you didn't lose it.
So it's +3. It's been a long time since we D&D'd. +3 for my rage or +2?
+2.
+2. Okay. 19 damage.
19 damage.
I rolled a
Fantastic.
12 on a D12.
You rolled 9. What?
I'm back, baby, back.
All right, Kira, go ahead and redeem yourself. The bugbear had 18 hit points left, so you kill him. Go ahead and redeem yourself with your description.
So I come barreling out from the front of the carriage, and I'm coming to save the day because I was like, I have to redeem myself. I have to. No one can know, but I know that they know.
You're
But
doing the Flint Lockwood run.
yeah, and then I take my pink great axe and I brandish it, and I do like the most like, kind of like in a video game where like you're about to finish an enemy and like it slows down time and it's like, wow, we gotta make this super cool. But as I'm doing it, I accidentally go, meh! So I do it.
Oh no!
And I'm like, and then I kill it, and I'm like, head down, not even excited about the kill, just like walking away, like, no one saw that. No one heard that.
Still have some residual.
I have like some hair, like just like some
Yeah.
like
Some fur.
sheep hair attached to my fur, and I'm like
No.
silent, silent, and I walk
Embarrassed.
away.
Perfect. Love it. Great. So we would jump back up in initiative. The goblins would continue running another 60 feet.
We're not
Is there
gonna chase
anything
them.
you're not? You guys aren't going to chase them. Great. Then we're going to. Take a breath. You guys are back out of initiative.
I want to loot.
Handily.
Yes, time to loot.
Perfect.
We also have to handle this tree in the way of our cart.
Oh,
Got it.
I can do that with my rage.
Oh yeah, you're still.
I can help.
If you want to like get some of that anxious energy off and just go like flip a tree off of the road, feel free. Go ahead and just make a strength check to see how long this will take you, because you can definitely do it. It'll just
But what if I help?
with advantage. Strength check with advantage.
I'm also strong.
Is it just my modifier on top?
Your strength modifier. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a 10. That's a 16. Dirty 20.
Nice, fantastic. Very, very easily, the two of you get on either side, bring the tree up, flip it over, and get it off the road. And you've now got a clear road. Looting things. You look around, you start searching bodies. You don't really find too much. The Banabin, if you go check the goblin boss body,
Yep.
so he's got this like nicely made chain shirt.
I take it.
Perfect. Sounds good. It doesn't. So the thing with like all the other goblins is all their stuff is just kind of like cobbled together, like homemade, like strips of leather that they've hardened and
They
put on
broke.
themselves. The chain shirt looks like is completely different to that, and you can kind of guess that this might be something that they got in a previous ambush on someone.
I mean, I still also take the leather stuff because bam,
you
it's just gonna.
just want some nice leather, of course.
You should put that chain shirt on.
I already have chain on though.
Oh,
I
nice.
think.
Something like that. I think you even have chain mail. Even chain shirt is medium armor, so it'll get you slightly less. I think it's 14 plus your dexterity for chain shirt.
I
then
have
you don't
scale
have-
mail.
Then you don't have a disadvantage on dex.
Actually, yeah. Okay, I think honestly a chain shirt is slightly better. Let me look up armor stats real quick, because that would be a fun get for you. Here we go. Chain shirt versus scale mail. Okay, gotcha. So scale mail is what is your current armor class?
Current armor class is 16.
16? Okay, so your armor class would drop to 15 with a chain shirt, but you wouldn't have disadvantage on stealth checks. So if you want to be stealthier, you could do that at the cost of 1 AC, or you could just keep your scale mail, not be stealthy, and have that 1 extra AC. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well-
I am gonna take the scale mail or the chain shirt though to sell probably
Perfect.
or to give to someone.
Yeah, the nice thing about the chain shirt is that it is still in good condition. All the other stuff, everyone's weapons are like a bit rusted, have chips on it. You're not going to get much, if anything, on these, so don't really need them. Even the leather is just like patched together. No one's going to end up buying this sort of stuff. It's not in good condition. But the chain shirt's in good condition. You also see like one of them has like boots that are a little too large and don't look like they're goblin sized at all. Same basic thing where they're put on, but they're like have been worn for a while and you're not going to get anything to sell them. But the point is that they seem to have like a bunch of like cobbled together items from previous ambushes. But you also notice that that's basically just the stuff that they're wearing is what they have on them. They don't have any gold coins. They don't have any like expensive trinkets, even though they would have gotten them. This is like an ambushing team. So if you want to
investigate,
yeah, if anyone wants to make an investigation check for me,
investigate.
I got an 8.
and hate
A 14.
nice
A 16.
16, fantastic. So yeah, DC would have been I think like 15 for that. So Maeve, you're looking through these as well. Banabin's like, yeah, nothing over here, and like looking through the bodies. You did find that one chain shirt, which was nice.
Banabin's just excited that she caused a lot of damage. She's like, I killed 2 people.
So
She's on a murder spree now.
so from all the little like clues and stuff you've gotten here, you can definitely tell that they're like experienced ambushers almost. So they would have a lot of stuff on them if this is where they kept it. But because they don't even have food on them, you can kind of tell that there's likely a camp or a home base that's close enough by that,
The inn.
that they can travel in and then leave again. So that's the bit of information you have right now, is you know that they likely have a
camp nearby.
And then
I relay that to the group.
Perfect.
Say they're probably holding up nearby. That's where they would keep all their stuff.
Let's go find them.
Hell yeah.
Maeve's immediately apprehensive. Like, aren't we supposed to go out of the woods? Aren't we supposed to be leaving the woods? But she doesn't say anything. She's like,
Yeah, you could chase after them. You know, the inn's an hour away, so it's up to you guys on what you want to do.
Dun dun dun. How's everyone on like spells, health?
my health is horrible.
Mine is not that great.
God.
I mean, you guys could always take a short rest. Just like take 30 minutes to an hour to patch up wounds if you want to.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
If you're good on spell slots is like the main limiter, and rages, where you're going to want to take a long rest to recharge all that.
I have all of my first levels. I have all of my level 1s, and I have one more level 2 left.
I have half of my level 1s, but I have both of my level 2s.
So yeah, up to you guys. You guys want to just take a short rest here for a minute?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So you kind of pulled the wagon off to the side of the road, take a little time, get some bandages, patch up wounds. Go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Let's go loot. We shoot, we loot.
Great. So you guys wanted to go try and find this camp? Great. What direction are you headed?
The direction that they went.
Where
They
they're
went,
running?
they went in different directions.
The
Didn't they?
majority of them went in the direction of.
They all, anyone that was running in that same direction.
Oh,
So
So
We go that way.
Sounds good. So you guys have been traveling south along the road. They started running east.
we should probably do something about the horses and the cart, though. Like, we should pull it off into the woods or something so that it's not just sitting in the middle of the road.
Banabin, because Banabin can also come back on Doge, Banabin's going to take the cart and the horses and check them into the inn.
That's an hour away.
Yeah, so that's
Why don't we just go to the inn? We'll have a little sit down. We'll have a little cheeky pub lunch, and then we go.
Well, I mean, could
Do
we
something.
say that we went to the inn to do the patching up of wounds and then go east?
Depends on what Darren has in store for us, to be honest.
Well, here's the problem: is that it's you guys have been traveling, so it's like the entire day to get to the inn, and you're only an hour out, so it's getting into evening, like the sun's starting to set. So it's like by the time you get to the inn, it'll be late evening, sun will be setting, and then if you travel back, it'll now be dark and nighttime for when you're searching. So if you go back to the inn, it's basically do this now. Hopefully it's quick, and then you can run to the inn, or go to the inn and do this fresh the next day.
And hope that they didn't move.
Hope that they didn't move. Hope that you don't lose like where the tracks are, that sort of thing.
I mean, I don't think that they're going to move their whole camp because we didn't chase them, you know? Like, they're probably like, okay, they didn't follow us. We're just not going to attack them again. We're going to all let bygones be bygones. So I feel like if we want to hunt them down, doing it tomorrow would be fine. Like, I doubt that they're going to move their camp. 'Cause
Yeah.
goblins usually have big camps. Like, it's going to be like a bunch of goblins that we have to fight. It's not just going to be 3 guys. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be like 20.
And I don't like the fact that it's getting super dark.
Yeah.
Because Banabin can't see in the dark.
Maeve can.
So
Slay.
Banabin will be fumbling around in the dark.
Yeah.
So now knowing the time, I am more inclined to go the rest of the way, but what Banabin's going to do is...
I mean, maybe when we come back, when we go back to Lefkey, maybe they'll try to ambush us again.
That's true. And I mean,
what Banabin's going to do is she's going to pick up a shard from a splinter from the tree that exploded when the lightning hit it.
Island, yeah.
And she's going to imbue it with a magical property
Okay.
of a scent that only the three of us know, which is that random scent that Kira keeps begging potions and lotions to make. The sulfur candles for Malarix.
She wants it
Perfect.
to smell like hell.
And she's going to imbue it with that, and set it down in the direction, having it point in the direction they went.
Perfect. Okay. Sounds good. I like it.
And if I'm reading Magical Tinkering correctly,
Mhm.
it will not stop doing that until I tell it to.
Let's read that just so that we can set precedent for future as well.
Yeah, the chosen property lasts indefinitely.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Damn.
That is great.
Artificers are really cool.
And then the limitation is the number of objects that you can affect is equal to your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, so I can do 3.
3 different objects, and this is just one. Great.
Yep.
Cool. I love it. Great. So yeah, you get this marker out. You got a scent on it, so that when you guys come back, you could start smelling for that sulfur candle smell.
Yeah, the sulfur candle smell from potions and lotions.
Perfect. And then you guys head on back down. So I think that as you guys are traveling along, heading to the Idle Tortoise, we're going to go ahead and wrap up our session there. And we'll see what happens with you guys tracking that down. We'll meet the Idle Tortoise people all on our next session.
Woo!
Radical.
Woo! Awesome. Cool.
Donovan didn't die again.
Yes. Sweet. That was a very fun combat. But we'll talk about that more over on our Patreon, patreon.com/halfcasters. Also, just a call to action. Everyone go and rate our podcast. You can do that in app with Apple Podcasts, with Spotify, a bunch of those apps. You can just rate us. And that helps with the algorithm for other people to find the podcast. So go ahead and do that at your earliest convenience. Thank you, people. Love you. Any plugs anyone wants to throw in here? Where can we find you? Any projects we're working on?
Stop looking for me. You can't find me anywhere. No. Follow me on Twitter. I don't remember my Twitter handle, but you'll figure it out and you can find me there. And I don't tweet ever, but I'm always watching. So if you want me to see it, just tag me.
The Halfcasters Twitter, I think,
That one
follows
too.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Follows you.
Yeah, you can find us over there as well. So twitter.com/halfcasters, or at
Nope.
halfcasters.
Oh, I thought you were going to say x.com. No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not. Until they change the full URL to Twitter to x.com, I will ignore it. Anyway, Storm, got anything for us?
Follow my Twitter. I'm always pining over fictional characters and complaining about my life. So
Did you
Twitter.
make your Twitter public yet?
No, but if you if you follow me and I look at your profile and you aren't a creeper, then hell yeah, come join
Nice.
the party. But it's Stormy in it.
Nice.
In
Love
it, bruv.
In it. What we got, Kara?
I also have a Twitter, but I never use it.
I honestly didn't even know Kara had a Twitter, and we're very close friends. So
Yeah,
Take that as you will.
I just never use my Twitter. But yeah, follow the Darren. You're in a tabletop thing, right?
Oh yeah,
go
I'm,
follow that
thing.
tabletop thing.
yeah.
Follow the tabletop thing.
Our friends over at Tales from the Forgotten Trope is doing a
Troop.
Troop. Trope. Tales from the Forgotten Troop. They're doing a show called Clockwork Chronicles, which is like an 8-part miniseries that I am casted in. I'm playing the character Parker Svensson, who is a little cutie, the cutie of the group. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun over there. Just search for Forgotten Trope on
Troop.
go search for Forgotten Troop on on Twitter if you want to find links to all of that. They like to post things on there. I'm also posting stuff over on my Twitter, which is at @D_StevensonJR.
It's
check
a
me out
long
there.
username.
Yeah,
Super
I'll change
long.
it eventually, but unfortunately, I've told too many people this one, so I want them to be able to find me. So yeah, working on that.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to
Go.
the Inner Circle.
This is the longest outro of all time.
Yeah. I
It's
just want to make sure
great.
that everyone can plug stuff. We got our inner circle over on Patreon. These are our top patrons over there. We've got Daz, we've got Heather S, we got Michael C, and of course Kara W.
Thanks,
you, Kara.
Kara W.
Who's Kara?
Who? It's like Kira, but different. All right.
Very different.
All right. Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.